Hello children, welcome to the Standard 6 Social Studies class. Today I am going to teach you Part 3 Civics Chapter 1. All of you open page number 160. We already started this chapter and this is our third video. In this class we will discuss about social diversity. Okay children, so let's continue the chapter. What is social diversity? In India, there is diversity in every social institution. We have instances of nuclear families in which only parents and their children live together as commonly seen in urban areas. See, social diversity in India. There are also joint families where parents, their children, grandparents and other close relatives live under one common roof using one kitchen as commonly found in villages. But in all these cases, families are headed by a male member. However, in northeastern India's tribal belt, there are families in which a woman is the head, wherein property is transferred from mother to daughter. Such families, known as matrilineal families, are found among the Khasis, Jaintias and Garos of Meghalaya. India's caste system is unique, existing for over 2000 years. This unique system has created several unequal divisions in society. There are hundreds of castes and subcastes in India. People are identified according to the caste to which they belong. Some backward castes are listed as scheduled for better scope for uplift. Unity in diversity. What is unity in diversity? Earlier, people were divided in the name of clans and tribes with different lifestyles, but with the progress of science and communication facilities, one clan came close to another to meet their increasing needs, resulting in intermingling of faiths, habits, occupations, languages, and cultures. People learned to live together with their respective differences in skills, practices, food, habits, languages, and faith, because no one could remain isolated with his own meager needs. Demands increased for better life. People knew that one alone cannot meet all demands of life. Also, one cannot be master of all their trades. If one is skilled in one trade, the other is skilled in some other work. A necessity for mutual cooperation and achievements arose. Thus, common aim or interest makes it possible to have unity in diversity. As for instance, in a class, we find students from different families, villages, and localities with different religions, customs, and food habits coming together with a common interest of studying under one discipline. This togetherness fosters the feeling of friendship among them in spite of differences. In India, we find there are families, each with separate identity, under the same discipline, in spite of each member having separate tastes, skills, and nature. These families in one area make a community with common interests, local feelings, customs, etc. In this way, a group of families living in same area with common interests or institutions such as language, religion, and customs make a community. Different communities, in spite of their differences, are united under one government within a certain geographical area. This is known as a nation. A modern nation thus consists of groups of families, communities with their differences and similarities, but with a common sentiment of belonging to one nation. India is a sovereign nation in spite of its regional variations in food, dress, custom, language, and religion because of some similarity, common historical experiences, and common struggle for freedom from British rule. Since the 18th century, India was under the influence of the British Empire until 15th August 1947. The day when India gained independence, people from different backgrounds and cultures participated in India's struggle for freedom. Children, next we'll see our responsibilities as an Indian citizen. To preserve our diverse heritage, we should be responsible towards our country and our fellow Indians. A large section of our population lives in slums and shanties without any basic amenities, and at times even without enough food. Their lives are very diverse from that of the others. But this diversity in living conditions is something we cannot appreciate on or enjoy. We must strive to make their lives as comfortable as ours. Our government is making efforts to make their lives more comfortable. Also, many individuals and institutions are working towards this goal. Some schools provide free education to underprivileged children. Others offer midday meals, uniforms, or stationery to them. Vocational training is given to needy students so that they can earn a living. Training in carpentry, printing, tailoring, or weaving helps them to become self-reliant. It is only when each of us can contribute in a small way to making every Indian happy and content, then we can be called true Indians. Okay, students, you read this chapter and see the meaning of this word. Diversity means a range of many people or things that are different from each other. Heritage, background, ancestry, tradition handed down from one generation to the next. Secular, not connected with spiritual or religious matters, not subject to or bound by any particular religious rule. Linguistic, on the basis of language. Ethnicity, characteristic of a group of people sharing a common racial, national, religious, linguistic, or cultural heritage. Shanty, a small, prudently built shed. Vocational training, training in a particular industry or vocation. Okay, children, you write down these keywords in the civics copy and learn. Thank you.